Hey, welcome back. Last time we had class, I introduced this idea of being able to maintain rib cage and pelvis connection. When we first start yoga, we're often conscious of our posture and we're attempting to open up the years of stress and strain of forward shoulder position. It's good to attempt to open up the upper chest, but the upper chest is not our waist. And what we tend to do is we move from the place that's easiest to move, or the place that has less stability, which is right here. So instead, we want to think of maintaining a certain degree of stability in our center, and then finding freedom and opening up through here. So we're going to work on that a little bit as we twist today, being able to maintain our core awareness as we're twisting. Find a comfortable seat. Adjust the flesh of the buttocks so that your sit bones aim straight down. Now, we want to be upright without straining. So ideally, I didn't bring one today on this beach, but you'd have a little cushion, like a folded blanket underneath your hips so that you could do that. It might be higher if your hips are tighter and if it's difficult to sit up straight. You can always look in a mirror to see. But find your comfortable seat, whatever it is, and then close your eyes, go in. Let go of whatever's preventing you from being present. Let go of the strain that you're holding. Before I started yoga, I used to think that society was oppressing me. But then I realized that I was oppressing me. And really that my problems were of my own making. When we put the blame on others, we give them power. Through our yoga practice, we become connected to something greater than ourselves and rely on that to fuel us instead of resentment or blame. This is empowering. So I want to encourage you to give yourself permission right now to let go, as we did yesterday in Savasana, of whoever you might need to forgive, even if you feel like they don't deserve it. And consider anything that you may need to right wrong after class, anything that comes to mind. So that way we can sit here in peace for a moment and truly let go. And just as we take it easy on others, we do the same for ourselves, because tension is harmful. Let go. Be here with the breath. In through the nose. And out through the nose. One more time. Slow breath in. And let it out. Let go. Okay, good. So you have your upright seat. You have your pelvic roots aiming straight down. They're not tucked under. The ribs should point straight down like a pipe towards your hips. Now maintaining that, let's spin to the right. And then spin to the left. And then come back to center. Take your arms to the side, reach your right arm up, and side bend as you exhale. Inhale, come back up, and change sides. Inhale, come back up. Good, now come onto your hands and your knees. All right. Let's do cat-cow 3 times. Round through your back as you exhale. Inhale into extension. So even the way that you're moving, are you forcing? Are you being violent in the way that you're moving? Are you practicing kindness and compassion towards yourself? My tendency is to really jam and push. So I have to be mindful to back off a little bit. Come into neutral, and we'll practice balancing the ribcage to the pelvis again. And from here, as you step your right foot up to the outside of your right hand, can you then reach and keep the ribs, but open up the chest and reach? And then can you maintain that as you lift your back knee? Then bring your right hand down on the inside of your leg. Step to plank pose. Lower the knees, stretch to child's pose as you exhale. Inhale, come back up. And step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Ribs and pelvis, ribs point towards the hips as you stretch and reach up. And work to open up through the shoulders and the chest. And lift the back knee up. Same thing. Then bring the hand down. Step to plank. Knees down. Stretch back. Child's pose. Now from down dog, if possible. You can keep doing it from child's instead if you like. We're gonna go one more round. This time, with feeling. Step your foot. Little Arlo Guthrie reference there. Reach your right arm up as you inhale. Exhale, bring your hand down. Step to plank. Stretch to dog. Step your left foot. Inhale, reach. Plant your hand. Step to plank. And stretch to dog. Now in dog, take your feet the width of your mat. Wide dog, but take your hands narrow so the thumbs can touch. And reach and stretch back. Then walk your hands a handprint closer. And if you have the shoulder stability, the shoulder health, actually, you know what, let's do it a different way. I'm a little leery to try this in the first week. We'll come back to this one. Third week, maybe. Step your right foot forward. Come into a wide-legged half forward fold. And then as you exhale, turn your right toes out slightly, bend your right knee, and lunge to the right. Stretch to your left inner leg towards your left foot. Inhale, come back up. And as you exhale, stretch to the other side. Inhale, come back up. As you exhale, stretch to your right. Some might be able to drop the butt all the way. Okay, we get it. You're super flexible. Change sides. Sit the butt towards the left heel. And come back to center. All right, walk your hands around to the front. Step forward and fold. And roll it up. Raise your arms up as you inhale. And as you exhale, twist and spread your arms. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist, spread arms. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, twist. Last one, inhale, reach up. And exhale. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step left leg back into a lunge. Inhale, come up, raise arms up. Exhale, hands to prayer, lean out over your knee and twist. Now from here, we're gonna try something a little tricky, a little balance challenge transition. Look down, bend your back knee, and then step forward, chair twist. Fold forward, Uttanasana. How'd that go? Roll yourself up. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step right leg back. And as you inhale, come up into Crescent Lunge. Bring hands to prayer as you lean out over your knee and twist. So we go with the idea of the class, working on reorganizing ribs and hips, but not taking it to the point where you're being oppressive. Still taking it easy. Breathe in and out through your nose. Now look down and see if you could bend the back knee and then step forward. And fold. Now plant your hands. Step back into a plank position. In plank pose, we're going to practice a little core exercise. Bring the right knee up to your chest. Push the floor down and compress in your middle to lift the knee. Tap knee down as you inhale. Exhale, pull that sucker up. Tap as you inhale. Exhale, pull it up. Then step your foot up by your thumb. Turn your back heel down and inhale, come up into Warrior One. Then straighten your right leg. Step your back foot an inch or two closer. With your right hand on your hip, we're going to twist with straight legs. And then lean forward halfway, maintaining the straight legs in the length. Balance across your feet evenly. Then bring your hand to your shin. Slide the hands down and step back. Preparation for twisted triangle. More to come. Shift to plank. Pull your knee up. Compress. Tap knee down as you inhale. Pull up as you exhale. 2. Last one. Pull it up. Step your foot. Set up your back foot and come up into Warrior One. Straighten your front leg. Step your back foot an inch or two closer. Hand to your hip, start to rotate. Still keep your back hip, back heel. And then reach and lengthen. Reach, take all that length of your spine. Keeping the ribs in, the chest open, put the hand down and slide it down. Step back to plank. Good. From here, we're gonna try pigeon pose. We're gonna bring the knee up, externally rotate the thigh so that the foot comes forward and set the shin down. And then start to scoot the left knee back until you feel a stretch. Now, if you don't have a good amount of hip mobility, this might put pressure on your knee. You should not be feeling the stretch in your knee. If that's the case, I'm gonna ask you to lie on your back and do ankle to knee pose instead. But if you're feeling a good stretch in your hip, you can stay there. Ankle to knee pose is just this one. You know the deal, right? We did that already in the challenge, you remember? Whichever one you're doing, let's hang out there. 5 more breaths. If you're real flexible, you can do this and lay down and the whole thing. Yeah. Or maybe you don't, I don't know. Change sides. All right, now make your way to seated. And then depending on your hip and hamstring flexibility, you might take bent knees and crawl forward. You might just work on your upright seat, Dandasana. Being able to stretch the hamstrings in this is no joke. That's quite a bit. Some might be able to exhale and reach and catch the feet from straight-legged position or almost straight. Again. Practice non-violence. Practice in a way that you're taking care of the body instead of trying to force it. And release that. Lie down onto your back. For Savasana. Let the body drop. Bring your attention to the space between your eyebrows, just slightly above. And as you soften and open there, sink the awareness from there deeper towards the brain. The third eye, or seat of higher consciousness. Let there be a feeling of space and opening there. Bend knees and roll to your side. Press up. Thank you. Namaste. Oh, you're over there. Thanks for joining, and I'll see you next time.